It's Pastor Dan from Dexter Gospel Church with another Proverbs Practical. I appreciate you watching today. Today's verse warns us not to let our appetites be our motives. We're in Proverbs 23:3. Proverbs 23 verse 3 says, "Be not desirous of his dainties, for they are deceitful meat." This links with the previous two verses about somebody who's been invited to dinner with a ruler. There would be all kinds of delicious, decadent, luxurious foods on the table. Things that this person might normally never be able to eat unless they were at a ruler's table. But Solomon counsels us to look before we eat, to think carefully before we dig in. If you knew that you were somebody that was given to appetite, he said you might be motivated by a desire for that food, put a knife to your own throat as a reminder of how dangerous the situation could be. Now, the food itself could be dangerous. Living to eat instead of eating to live can lead straight to dying. Gluttony was a real and deadly danger, much more accessible back then to people who lived at a ruler's table. But perhaps the greatest danger wasn't in the food itself, but in why it was being offered and what accepting it might mean to you. Back then, eating with someone was an expression of fellowship. It signaled peace between you. It might declare that you were on the same side and on good terms with each other. It could be a precursor or part of the process or a confirming of making a covenant or some kind of deal or giving some kind of assurance or promise. And if you were on one person's side, then that might mean you were against the people who were against them. You might gain their enemies even as you gained their friendship. There are some people, too, that it's not wise or safe to be too close to. For instance, we're warned that the companion of fools will be destroyed. We're supposed to not go with a furious man. We're instructed not to go along with sinners when they entice us. There is something treacherous and perilous about offers from those who hold a position of authority, but not a nature of morality. Don't let the benefits of association, in this case the fancy food, deceive us about the dangers of association. There is something about offers from power that appeals to both our pride and perhaps our practicality. We think that we'll get an advantage from being close to power, that maybe we can even influence that power for good. But just as likely as that, an immoral, deceitful power will affect us and use us for evil. Joining with the ruler in fellowship might be wise, if he was a wise and righteous individual. But be careful. There would be temptations there and rationalizations that would make it easy to persuade yourself that you're doing it for the good reasons, that when in reality, you just like the trappings of power, prestige, and wealth. You like the fancy food. Getting caught up in schemes and machinations that you aren't familiar with and aren't prepared for, or that are downright wrong, can get you killed too. So don't desire the luxuries that an authority might offer. If you're going to join with them, do it because they're righteous and what they're doing is right, not because they can give you some nice things that you can't get elsewhere. Don't let your appetites be your motives. The things that satisfy those appetites can so easily deceive. I hope this video is a help to you. If so, give it a like, and if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel for more insight from Scripture. Until next time, I hope you stay well, and don't let your appetites govern your decisions.